Hey there. It's 11:27, Saturday, June 27th. Excuse me. This body's so trying to turn this stupid thing off. Anyway, this body's so sick. It's been that way a long time, but it won't die. It will. I wanted to put out a video. This is like the 5th time I've tried to put this damn video out. There's others on the other side that think they know what they're doing. They don't. They're trying to keep me in this body until everything comes to a big crescendo, and then kill the body to let me out. And then, I'm supposed to go, have my big moment, and that's disgusting. That's not what I'm about. And what they're going to find out when I get out of here is that they're dead. So I'm going to make this video, publish it, then I'm going to just relax. And until I leave, I'm going to find things that are a problem, and I'm just going to keep killing them. I realize how aggressive that talk is. I have to kill the animal bodies to get them all home. It's going to happen. Second I'm out of here, it's going to start happening. It's happened before already, when my energy outside of the body was making a point. In February of 2015, I talked about it happening, and then March of 2015, less than 30 days later, all of a sudden, half the population of the Saiga Antelope in Pakistan just were found in fields, dropped dead, right next to, the mother next to the child, and the just groups and alone, just dead. And they didn't understand what happened. And then I looked at it and I saw, well, the bacteria that is part of the immune system that fights other bacteria was mutated to attack the body. So its own immune system killed it, and they didn't feel any pain when they went. So anyway, that's the way these other animals are going to go. There's going to be people leaving everywhere. People are going to be dropping dead all over the place after I get out of here. I want to say one thing before I get away from it, though. I want to talk about the CCP virus and communism and stuff here in a second. But one of the things going on with the virus is that in New York, there were some very nice people talking on their cell phones in a hospital, and there was a doctor looking at them and didn't understand how their blood oxygen level was down to 50%, and they were still functioning, talking on cell phones and stuff. When you get down to 92% oxygen or 90% oxygen, you're not doing too good at all. You have a hard time functioning. I know. I live with lung disease. I've got my own meter right down here. But with meds and everything else, I hang around 94, something like that. Taking the medicine that I have that keeps the lungs going. But anyway, so they were down. The people didn't even know it. Their organs were dying and everything else, and they seemed fine. And then all of a sudden, poof, switch turns off. They drop dead. And then the doctor was upset. He said, these people don't even know that there's anything wrong with them. How wrong is that? And I'm like, butthead, man. I mean, they're not suffering at all, and then they finally just, boom, go. That's a blessing. That's a gift, you moron. Anyway, whatever. That's part of my energy out there that's doing it. This huge, huge dragon that's hanging around China now. But anyway, he's been creating all these floods and everything else for 2020. He's been out there. Floods everywhere, rain everywhere, rain everywhere, and we're just now getting into the flood season. I've gone down there with him down to the dam to see where it connects to the ground. And there's places where it's like big bedrock things is just settling, shoving, moving. That's the image, how I see things. When you're doing things metaphysically, it's energy. It's not physical. Even if you move and making a change that's physical, you can see that. But it's hard to understand what you're seeing. The more you do it, the easier it is, because you learn how your mind, how your physical brain works in seeing things, and you start to understand what you're seeing as you see it. But I also said in March that in late April, I believe it was late March, I said it was after mid-March, and I said that, and after close to late April, a new virus, the CCP virus, a new form of it, mutation, was going to be in China. And that was going to go after the CCP. And sure enough, Beijing is destroyed. I mean, as far as the virus goes, so this is a ghost town. And little Dingaling, Beijing, and his buddies, they're running. And then that's why when I saw the video about the hail falling, and it was in the shape of the CCP virus, I thought that was really funny. And so then the other night, 2 nights ago, I went to go talk with that part of my energy, and I think I might have mentioned already, he's like around the border of China, and I go to see him, and I just kind of, my energy relaxes inside him, touching him all the way around, because it's my energy, but then also sitting on all of China. And I've tried to calm people down, but Lily, my other half, she's the one that's got that ability. She's made to give love, care, to heal, physically, metaphysically, meaning spiritually. I'm made to destroy, to rebuild, and then serve. So that's what's coming. This God thing has been dead for years. Since May 23rd of 2013. So anyway, I'm really anxious to get the hell out of this body because I got work to do. But that part of my energy out there, it's been keeping it raining. Last video, I said tornadoes and stuff like that are coming. Well, what shows up all of a sudden? Tornadoes and, the big stuff is going to happen on the other side. But there's still a lot of little stuff here on the planet that's really big stuff that needs to be handled. And the people are here in place to do it. Now in Russia, Putin he's going to create the first form of democracy in Russia. CCP, I'm killing them. I'm taking them out. They're dead. All of them. Okay? There'll be, a few people left? And that's it? Enough people to lock up and say, look at that. They'll never be like that. And all this, the CCP, I'm not talking about in China. I'm talking everywhere on the planet. They've trained their citizens, excuse me, to be aggressive, nasty, to take all the money they can, ship it back to the fatherland, so to speak. It's not Hitler's Germany, but that's pretty much what it's like. That guy's Zing Pingaling, he's sick. So anyway, So I was talking with him, and I thought it was funny that he sent that hail down there. And he said that I asked him, I said, "What's up with that?" He said, "I was just making a point." And the conversation doesn't sound exactly like that, but it's all image thought. It's telepathy, okay? But it's talking with myself, which is kind of interesting. Anyway, so he said it's telepathy. I mean, he said it's an image. It's, to tell them, here comes the virus. The new virus is coming after you. You asked for it. Now you got it. It'll fall from the sky. It's going to attack you from everywhere. And literally, he's taken that virus and following Xing Ping with it. Xing Ping-a-ling ding. And all these people protesting. This planet has more lower frequencies, higher low frequencies or negativity spirits in bodies than just about any other planet right now. And there's a lot of them starting to show themselves. The billionaires, they're not. It doesn't matter. They're going. You don't have to worry about who's going to take them down because they're going to drop dead. So it'll be taken care of from the other side. That's my job. You have a bad building, you tear it down, you save what you can, and you rebuild. So, those of you that have Jared's Runes of Awakening, the cards, and or the book, that rune that says Source, it's like a snowflake looking thing. That's not just Source; it's actually me, but it also can relate to Source. See how much that doesn't come up in your readings from time to time. Not all day long. You don't live by the cards. You use the cards to talk from time to time. They were never intended to be a way for you to make every decision. You use your abilities for that. Is to teach you how to talk with your spirit guides. And some... Wow, that was hard. That was one of my family members on the other side just grabbed a hold of my heart. Saying hello and don't worry, I'm strong enough to kill your heart and get you out of here. And I'm like, yeah, it looks like it. We'll see. I'm not being mean to her. I'm sick of being here. So many promises are coming out. And anyway, so there's two other places. It happened. Those hailstones that look like the virus, they came out in Mexico. People down there said it that they were getting spiritually. They say from God. No, there is no God, never was. And what used to be called, what wanted you to call it God, is now dead. So both halves of it, male and female. So, but they were being told by a good source that, hey, just stay in the house. Stay away from other people. Stay in the house until y'all get a handle and get set up where you can deal with this disease, that this virus that the CCP created. Oh yeah, I think I mentioned it already, but they were taking human and bat disease, and then the human pieces of human biology, DNA, whatever, they were building and putting it together, and they screwed up. And when they released it, when it accidentally got released, they knew they were screwed because they were trying to they were pretty almost done creating it, but they didn't have a cure. So, and of course, they don't care about stuff like that. They don't care about their people. And communism is going. So all these other big hitters over here, the Gates, Warren Buffett, the Clintons, Jeff Bezos of what's his name, of Amazon, George Soros is such a slime. These idiots, this schmuck with Facebook and then Twitter and Google and YouTube. They're all that's being swapped out. And after I'm dead, after I finish doing the cleanup, things start coming together. The ETs will pop in because I'm taking the animals home. There's not going to be any more animals to eat. You're going to have to eat vegetable material. However, they have plants, and they have some people call them food replicators. I just call them, food synthesizers. They're synthesizers. They take proteins from a plant and they literally break it down and then rebuild it into a food that if you just add the certain spices to what you want in there, and the machine does it for you, then it'll produce a food that'll taste like steak or anything else you want. It's really, really, really close. So, and yet it has all the proteins and everything else you need to be very healthy. Their medical equipment, there's like 3 basic machines. There's one that does a lot of diagnosis, and another one does a lot of repair, and the third one is they have more than 3, but 3 basic types for you to be concerned about right now. That it's like a 3D printer that uses your DNA and stuff and can print organs, compatible organs for your body. So anyway, President Trump is awesome. He's a really strong source, and they're working real hard. Him and his administration, the Homeland Security, a bunch of others trying to undo what happened in the last 4 years of Obama. The last 8 years, I'm sorry, of Obama. These almost 4 years of Trump, he's done incredible things. All this BS about Black Lives Matter. He gave black people more of a higher standard of living than they've ever had in this country. He's not a bigot. You look at these anti-fascists; they're about the most fascist people there are on the planet. BLM, who owns that? George Soros. So who started it? George Soros. That's who owns it. Warren Buffett created that. He's the CEO. Whatever, he created this Hathaway or something holding company or something. All those bricks that were on pallets for people to riot and throw everywhere. Guess where they went back to? They went back to the Hathaway Foundation. So I'll put some information on that at the end of the video too. But anyway, you have some really good people doing some good things. Okay, the vast majority of you are souls that are only 17% lower frequencies, and you need some of those. Okay, a soul that's only got 7% is very light, but they're not as strong. They don't have the same fortitude. When you have a massive dose of various frequencies, and their upper frequencies, then you can have very low, a very small percentage of lower frequencies and be very strong. So when it comes to my source family or source period, it's 2% or lower. I'm floating just barely over 2 because my energy's changed. I've got so much more frequencies. Everything's changed. I'm not the same person that was inside Gandhi, although Gandhi's himself is inside me. That's why he came out when there was something about the 3 bullet shots. He just went crazy. It was in a movie or something. He said 4. I'm like, whoa, dude. Okay, 4. And then I went back and looked, and I saw him. I mean, he got shot 3 times, and then he was falling, and the 4th bullet grazed went left side of the chest. Boom. And then they found his body in a bank somewhere. They never did really burn it. That was something else, ashes. But anyway, so they found him in this bank vault, and there was the marking for the 4th bullet. What do I know? No one knows everything. And when you're in a body, as spirit, you're incredibly intelligent. But when you're in a body, it's like you're inside a tar ball That's so thick you can't hardly move it. You can't even stretch your arms out, and it's 100 foot in diameter. That's why it's so hard to use your abilities. Anyway, I've left you all kinds of information and equipment and stuff at the Spiritual Foundation. Deanna is incredibly strong. There's other source people here that are strong too. There's a lot of people. There's a small army of source, and their problems are about to be taken care of as soon as I'm out of here. And the other ones that have been quiet, it's time for them to wake up too. And then you don't have to be source to be, I have more problems with source than I do other people, unless they're, super negative. But there's a lot of source beings, people that were made arrogant. So I'll deal with that. Not all of them, just a lot of them are. Some people think I'm arrogant because I've talked so much about myself, but I've tried to give you analogies and explain to you what it's like for me. When I started waking up, the original first being female, she took her energy off she was holding my energy down to literally my ankles. And then when she let her hands loose, all of a sudden, whoosh, I woke up and I was like, what? And the first thing I realized is there's a woman I really, really, really loved, and I had to find out about her right away. And then I got real mad about the first angel ever made, and he was called, they call him Lucifer, they say he's a devil. I was really pissed about that, because he's not. He was the first protector ever made. And then after he was made, or about the same time, he's being made, then first angels got made after that, and I was being made. But Lucifer is made first, and he's not the devil. The devil and God was the original first being, male and female halves. Everything's BS. It's like the communism. Everything they say is a lie. The Democratic Party of the United States, it's not a Democratic Party. That's a fake name to get your attention. It's the ACP, American Communist Party. So anyway, look, all the information's there. You're going to have help. You're going to be led to the information you need. Three Gorges is going. China's going to be taken out. CCP is going to be taken out. The people that are left in China, there's something new that's going to be built. And some of the people from Taiwan and the people from Hong Kong are going to have a lot to do with restoring it and running it as a democracy. But they're going to find out, as long as they keep the name China, they'll never be successful. So, what's the word for that? Fruiticious or something? To bear fruit? All right, anyway, it's time for me to stop doing this and just do what I need to do, which is relax and find any way I can to get myself the hell out of this body. It never should have got this far. If it was my choice, it wouldn't have. So, anyway, as you find out more about yourself and understand who you really are, and you look around and you see someone, you go, ugh. Look at the faces of some of these people who are in these protests. They're nasty. Trust your gut feeling. They're nasty. Your heart says, whoa, no. Is this someone you want to be around? Hell no. A lot of them are just really flippant. I don't know what kind of drugs they're giving away down there, and all the shootings, that stuff ends in a bloodbath. But you'll see. It'll end in blood. Bloodbath might not be the right word, but blood will be flowing in the streets. But then I get out of here, I'm going to clean everything up. Y'all going to have wonderful lives. The way you should have, the way it always should have been from the beginning. But there shouldn't have been physical bodies. But 2,000 years from now, there's no more physical bodies. So Uh, uh, when you meet Lily, she's so loving and everything else. And my job is to destroy, to rebuild, to serve by protecting, but also I am the field energy around here. When you go to astral project, when your heart goes to someone you communicate with through your heart, whatever, there's like an escalator you're on. That's me and my energy, the field. So, if you can just relax and feel yourself floating in the field goes through you. You don't have to go up anywhere or down anywhere. It's already going through you. Just relax. Calm yourself down. Take an extra deep breath. Take 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever you want until you're very relaxed. As you do that, the frequencies within your brain are going to start, instead of being so, big humps and everything, they're going to start slow and getting more level like that. And that's when you start to connect with the field. Your frequencies start almost matching the field. And then it's easier to commute and just think of a question and state it in your mind. Don't say it out loud. You want to get out of the conscious, just relax and I want to see this. I want to see this. I want to see the first house, the last house I lived in on another planet when I was in another body. Just think it. I want to see it. And if you get a flash, that was it. If it doesn't happen, just relax, calm down, and let it go. It'll happen. So be patient. The more frustrated you get and mad and everything, then your frequencies get all bundled up and you can't, match your frequencies with the field. That's why meditation is a big thing. I just don't like that word. Anyway, you have everything you need. Tarot cards are great and everything else. There's so many tarot cards we never made our own, but those rune cards, to learn how to talk with your spirit guides, you won't find anything that's better than that or as good, actually. But if you're already using cards, it's good, use them. But I can take the runes, tarots, and anything I want, and I have really good communication with anyone on the other side. But I don't do that much, unless I'm really having a bad headache or something, because I just talk to them. You can get there too. No one has my power level, but you have incredible abilities, all of you. Anyway, look, love you all. Spiritualfoundation.com. It's got a lot of stuff you need. It's not open for everything. Spheres and some necklaces, and I think Deanna said she might let loose a deck of cards in a room book. You can get the both of them from us, but you can get all the books you get off of Amazon.com right now. But we have a new foundation forming, and the ETs that are here, this new group, and we're forming a new nation that's in the ocean. So the paperwork's already been drawn up. It's not finished being signed yet, though. And it's the ETs, hybrids, and the Essex Ramirez Anaya family. So there's a new country being founded. And people, the bad stuff that's here in body, I'm taking them out. They never should have been here anyway. Nobody can do that but me. So I'm going to do it. I'm running the vacuum cleaner. So what? There's no big whoop-de-doo. And don't you ever praise anything. Praise God for what? If anything was worth your praise, your respect, your attention, it wouldn't want praise. Because if someone accepts praise from you, then in their mind they're saying, okay, yeah, I'm better than you. And when you praise someone, they start thinking that anyway. I mean, normally. But so things are going to change. Really nice. And Lily is she's the big thing that's going to turn everything around so much. I'm death and destruction. I'm rebuilding. I'm maintaining, serving. But it's her love that makes everything really happen. Deanna's from Lily and I. She's 99%. She's almost exactly 100% Lily as far as spirit. She doesn't even have 0.03% of my actual spirit. But my energy, 40% of her energy is mine. She's a powerhouse. There's other people here too, but she's real strong. Other family that aren't part of Lily or Arae, she's the strongest. Her and her source mate. He hangs around all the time. But Soul is so awesome. And Essence is cool too, except, a lot of them have been made arrogant. That'll change. Creation's been around. It's like 2.8 quintillion years, Earth years, where we measure time on Earth, years. That's a long time. Okay, so it takes a while to change, but the big stuff's happening right away. And you're all going to love this new food. It's more protein. You're going to be healthier. And I know most of us have compassion. And it hurts to lose our animals, but they'll be the last to go, those that are loved. But when it's time, they need to go. Okay? And you can talk, it's going to be easier for everyone that's clean frequencies, that's not got a lot of lower frequencies in them, to talk to the other side. And if they do have lower frequencies and they want to talk, I'll help them. I protect everything until something abuses something else. But till I'm myself, I can't do much that I want to. So anyway, you'll see things will change, but they're going to go to hell first. It's going to be a lot of people dropping dead here and there, just boom, boom. But China, they're going to have to get a new kind of a street sweeper. The people in there are starving because they're welded into their rooms. You'll see, okay? What matters is everyone and everything. We are family. What created this creation of abuse, they're gone. Their servants are gone. It's time for you to finally have just about complete free will. You can do whatever you want as long as you don't abuse or hurt anyone else. And if you do, you'll be stopped. If you keep trying to hurt someone, see ya. If I can't fix you by changing around your frequencies, then you're gone. And there's the 4 new first beings in the first dimension. They got to come out eventually too. They're going to the new universes. Anyway, folks, love you. Take care and have a good one. Have faith in yourself. And as you see things, when you see a little bit of bright light over the horizon, try to remember it, because you're going to see more and more of it until finally there's no more dark clouds. Okay? There's no more big fight between good and evil, because they used to be the same person. It's different things they do to you. Y'all been calling it God, Allah, Yehweh. No more. It's your turn now. It's your time to shine. Love you. Take care.